Everyone. Um, yes, so this live today is about sustainable living in general and specifically about, of course, our category of um, uh, you know audience. Why is sustainable living or eco-friendly or organic living important for moms to be new moms, babies, and in your everyday life, how you can incorporate it. And sustainable menstruation, which is I think one of the most important topics out there, that how you can adopt green menstruation. So we are going to talk to Rustic Art director Surabhi Chaju, and she'll be joining us shortly. So let's wait for her to join.
Hi, Sylvie. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, Krishnali. How are you?
All good, all good. So you're able to hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great,
Can
perfect. I'm sorry?
can you hear me?
Yes, very clear.
Okay.
Okay. So, questions are already pouring in about menstrual cups and a lot of other things, so which is very exciting. So, I was telling everyone here that this is not just about green menstruation or menstrual cups. This is about a sustainable and eco-friendly lifestyle on the whole. And also particularly, like we are that the mom experts, we are all about pregnant moms, new mothers, babies, and how we can make a positive difference in our life and lifestyle generally for in and specifically for new moms and babies, and how making a switch to these organic and sustainable lifestyle changes can be beneficial for us on the whole. So yeah, let's begin. So,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining, Survi. Thanks a lot for doing this session with us. And like I've told you, I have been literally chasing your mom for quite some time because this topic and this thing is something that is very close to my heart. And I really wanted someone who has been living. I mean, when I spoke with her, she told me that, we have been living literally a zero dustbin life, zero waste life for quite some time. And I wanted to know how and more about it. So, really excited about this session. So, yeah, can you tell us something about rustic art and the
Okay. Basically, Rustic Art was started with an ambition to bring this sort of lifestyle to more people, to more sustainable lifestyle into your day-to-day life. Basically, trying to make it more convenient rather than making it something into which is very difficult. या बहुत ज़्यादा changes करने पड़ रहे. That's not necessarily true. Of course, there will be some sort of effort involved, but I think that is anyway required here and there. So when like my mom told you that we've been living like this forever now, so me and my brother, we don't know any other way, I would say. So
Wow.
as kids, we knew like there were like three, four dustbins in the house. One is only for paper, one is only for kitchen waste, and these things will go for composting. This has always been there, and looking at it from our perspective, it was never something new for us. But when we got to know, when moved out of house and shifted to Pune for education and stuff, so we saw that this is not commonly happening things. But like my mom must have also mentioned that even though these were the things that we were doing, sanitary waste was always a problem. And when she started looking for solutions, she came across menstrual cup, which was not easily available in India back then. But somehow we found a menstrual cup and we started using it. Like my mom, she was the first one to start using it. It took
Wow.
her about 3 months to use
Yeah.
it. She didn't know what to do, how to do. Like now we have a lot of resources available, but
Yes.
back then
Yeah.
there were barely any resources. But well, she did. And the day she used it, she ordered for her sisters, all my cousins, for us, and we were honestly not given a choice that we had to use it. And trust me, it was the
Wow.
best thing. in my life that I've ever decided to change. And it got more comfortable. There were no rashes, there were no issues with smelling or disposal, nothing at all. It was, I think, one of the most life-changing experiences for me. And it, I don't know how else to explain. It was just more
Yeah,
comfortable. Gave us more freedom to do more things which we would ideally not do on the days of the period.
yeah,
So in that sense, I would say that sustainability actually made it more simpler and more empowering, for the lack of a better word,
yeah,
rather than make it into an inconvenience.
yeah,
And Rustic Art is basically that. We wanted to bring these sort of conveniences back into our lives. When I say back
yeah,
into our lives, back in earlier days before consumerism became so big, we lived a very sustainable life.
yeah.
And we just wanted to try and bring more sustainability and more in a more convenient manner, in like it's a, with the modern amenities, but yet with the traditional values of it.
Yes, absolutely. So, before we jump into the discussion of menstrual cup, which is like, because there are a lot of questions, a lot of things around it. Uh, One thing I want to understand about household products, and because Rustic Art is into it's, the entire range of household products, even pet care products you mentioned. So what I want to understand is that when we think of going for these organic products, the two most common answers or resistance that we get is one कि जो नॉर्मल रेगुलर प्रोडक्ट्स रहते हैं उसमें इतना भी कंसंट्रेशन नहीं रहता है केमिकल्स का, यानी एक्सेप्टेबल लिमिट है, लो लिमिट है, सेफ टू यूज है, वरना अप्रूव ही क्यों होता, वरना मिलता ही क्यों इतना ओपनली. सो द वन थिंग दैट पीपल थिंक इज कि नहीं भैया इतना भी नहीं है, दिस इज सेफ टू यूज, इतना
Hmm.
कुछ हार्मफुल नहीं है, हम तो करते आ रहे हैं इतने टाइम से, कुछ तो नहीं हुआ, वन थिंग. और जो दूसरा रेजिस्टेंस होता है, वन द सेकेंड थिंग इज द कॉस्ट. Whenever we talk about eco-friendly organic products, suddenly you see that there is a huge difference in the cost of as compared to. So ये दो कारण होते हैं जिस वजह से लोग बहुत easily comfortably switch नहीं कर पाते हैं. तो आपका क्या कहना है? What do you have to say about these two arguments?
So first argument, of course, ना भी harm नहीं होता, ये नहीं होता है. So harm can not be first of all calculated. It can be an unknowing thing that is happening. So when we talk about chemicals, let's not say chemicals, let's say toxic chemicals. Because at the end of the day, water is also a chemical in the real sense of the word. So when we talk about anything toxic for you is also toxic for the environment and also toxic for the entire biodiversity. And at the end of the day, we have to protect the earth that we live on, the environment that we live on, the animals and birds and everyone we share this earth with, and at the same time, ourselves and our future generations. So this one switch to something which is potentially toxic to something which is definitely not toxic will give a lot of benefits right from your own personal health as well as the environmental health. So this is the basic thing. Of course, we can go deeper into each and every product. A lot of products have small ingredients which might be in smaller percentage, but with sustained use of it over the years, which is the hormonal balance. And we've seen there are a lot of more pieces coming out these days rather than what was before.
Yeah.
This can be a whole discussion on its own, but the basis of it is that it's of course a long term and a sustained effect rather than a one time. And coming to the cost factor, I would say cost. Okay, so speaking on behalf of Rustic Art, I would say कि, whatever we are creating or whatever we have put out in the market is priced based on the ingredients that we use. And we have made sure that each and every product is fairly priced. Now, speaking about a simple detergent would be uh, say, for example, a 1 kg pack might last, say, 20 days or 25 days for a family. It could be almost the same or maybe a little more that would last, say, if you buy a rustic art detergent.
Hmm.
Cost difference would be, say, slightly more. But the product that we would be offering will be definitely a filler-free product.
Yeah.
So it will last longer. And we always believe in a less is more ideology. That is that smaller quantity will go a long way. So in long run, the average price of per use will not be as expensive, it will be at least equal, or definitely should not exceed by a smaller, should only exceed by smaller margin.
So, yeah, got it. Yeah, I think, like you said, when you think of the overall benefit, तो अगर cost benefit analysis अगर हम if you are thinking in that way, like a chartered accountant or maybe like a homemaker would, तो I think आप हाँ overall उसका benefit versus अगर आप जो भी cost का evaluation करेंगे तो उतना फर्क नहीं आएगा. There will be a marginal difference. And like you said, I think lesser, which I have also seen in a lot of organic products, which is a good thing, कि वो less is more, like less quantity will do the work that otherwise you may have to use a lot more product of the same, which is a very good thing. And I think someone here has to say something really good. Chemical for individual may not be a lot, but effluents from every household would
Yeah.
damage the biodiversity a lot. Absolutely agree, artist with side effects. Yeah, very true. And thanks for your inputs. So yes, tell me about now. I mean, the kid, the mom and baby care products. So, what are these baby care products, and how is it? Why is it good, and how is it different?
So, like every Rustic Art product, all the baby care products are specific for babies and kids. Why? Because the skin and the hair and everything around baby is much more sensitive and much more untouched by the external environment as compared to the older bunch of us. And it needs, of course, their senses are also developing in that age. So whatever products that we formulate for babies and kids, they're formulated in such a way that each and every ingredient, each and every oil is specifically chosen uh, for to suit the babies and kids. Say for example, essential oils that we use. So for adults, you can use any essential oil in moderation, of course, in a very scientific way. Even for pregnant mothers and lactating mothers, it is very stringent. Basically, you cannot use all the essential oils or all the products because it might hamper the health of the baby as well as the mother. And baby and kid products and some pregnancy safe products that we have all are formulated in such a way that it would only benefit it. Secondly, all the products, of course, are organic and natural. That goes without saying. It will not have anything toxic. It will not have any filler or unnecessary ingredients. And eventually, it is built to build more healthy skin, healthier hair. Overall, that all we can do externally. Simple things like body massage, like baby का massage करते हैं. Baby massage is a very bonding experience for a parent and the baby. It's not just about the massaging itself. So the oil that we have formulated is made in such a way that it would strengthen the muscle. It would add like a nice gloss to the skin and at the same time detoxify as well and relax as well. Relax the body of the baby so that they are sleeping well. So these are the things that we keep in mind while we are formulating the products.
Got it. Got it. So this is about the general entire range of products that we have.
Yeah.
Moving to the topic of discussion for today, which is the menstrual cup or the green menstruation that we talk about. So what exactly is a menstrual cup?
So menstrual cup, okay, I just had one right now. Menstrual cup is a cup-like device. It is tapering conical in shape and it basically collects the fluid rather than absorbing it. So most of the commercial sanitary products absorb the flow that is going on. While menstrual cup will collect the flow, it sits inside your body in the vaginal canal and it will collect what is just coming out of the uterus and it will not, and it is not, basically it will not hamper the internal flora of the vaginal canal. It will not hamper the pH of the vaginal canal and at the same time, so during periods also we have a situation which basically is cleansing. So if people are not familiar, vagina and eyes are the two body parts which are self-cleansing. So during period of the vagina is self-cleansing itself. And when we use a product which absorbs something, it will also absorb the good fluid that is cleansing the inside. So menstrual cup avoids that. So it maintains the health of the vaginal canal, which is also better for us. And menstrual cup will Talking about the comfort and everything, it will be a longer discussion. I'll speak about
Yeah.
it later. But in short, menstrual cup will be a conical device, a cone-shaped structure, which will sit inside the body, will collect the fluid at the given time period. So it depends from person to person, but at max between 8 to 12 hours. You have to remove the cup, empty it, simply rinse it with water, and reuse it. And one cup can last up to 10 years.
Wow.
Okay. And
Wow.
at the end of the life, say for example, you're done with your periods and all at the end of 10 years, simply cut it into small pieces, burn it and bury it in your garden. And that is all. It will biodegrade itself. So it is made of pure
Oh,
materials, which is medical grade silicone.
okay.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it is also the same material which is used to make all these body implants for in case of say fractures or any other
yeah.
issues that there are. So it doesn't react with the body, and it
Yeah.
is extremely safe in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the another question that I had in mind. I mean, that a lot of people have in mind is about the safety. But before that, something that you said is very interesting, which I did not know. कि जो आपने कहा कि it is, हाँ, और I mean, surgical grade silicone से बना हुआ है is one thing, but it is completely, you can just bury it, you can just, I mean, cut it
Yeah,
in pieces and bury it and it will biodegrade. I think this is the best part. One is कि आप साल दर साल जो, I mean, every month जो आप इतना सारा सैनिटरी नैपकिन या सब यूज करते हैं, दैट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट इवन वो जो इतना सा कप है उसका भी वेस्ट जनरेट नहीं हो रहा है. सो दैट इज रियली फिनोमिनल. सो दिस इज नाउ अबाउट द सेफ्टी. यस, बहुत सारे कंसर्न्स रहते हैं लोगों में एंड लाइक यू सेड, one is obviously that the material in itself is safe, which is great. But when you insert it and it is collecting the fluid, so and you said you can keep it up to 8 hours and all, like it can be inside you for a long time, even 4 5 hours if it's inside. The period blood is getting collected in that. तो क्या वो safe है? Does it not, I mean, will it not create any health issues? Or I don't know.
okay.
How is it
So
that it's, yeah.
when the menstrual cup is inserted inside the vaginal canal, वो एक vacuum form कर लेता है. So that is
Okay.
how it stays in the place. So it will create a vacuum against the walls of the vagina and it will not move on its own unless you break the vacuum. Since it's
Okay.
already formed vacuum, whatever the blood is collecting, it is not coming in contact with air or oxygen. So there is no oxidation of blood. With and that's why it doesn't even stink. So whenever we
Ah,
use pads or any other external products, it comes in contact with oxygen, and that is where the odor comes in. In this case, there is no odor also. So it is absolutely safe. So I have only been using menstrual cup for last 8 years, and I cannot imagine going back to any other product. And each and every person who has successfully used it will say the exact same thing.
yes.
So it's
Yes,
absolutely
I
fine.
can
There
watch.
was a
Yeah.
study done by a group of gynecologists in Mumbai. They did a case study with few people and did a health analysis as well, and they did not find any incidences of any aggravated health issues when we started using menstrual cup.
Okay. So, like you said, the blood collected does not come in contact with oxygen or air, and it creates a vacuum, so it's completely safe. Yes, of course, it doesn't smell. There is no rash. There is no itching. It is bliss. I have used it for a short time, and then I mean, yes, I think making that switch is the tough part. Once you start using it, it is comfort like anything. It is really good, but that shift that you need to make. So, like, what will you want to tell someone who is hesitant about it and who is just trying to make the
And
shift?
okay, first of all, whosoever is resistant, feel free to reach out to us. We will have like a nice chat. And it will not be about menstrual cup, but definitely at the end of the chat, you would be more willing to try it. Uh, it's always there. But talk to anyone who has used it and then tell us that it's just, they will always come back and say, why didn't we start using it sooner? It is that comfortable and simply put it is just few seconds of boldness that you need, few seconds of courage that you need to just use it and make up your mind, and then you're set. Nothing can stop
Yeah,
you after that. And
yeah,
then
yeah. Just one step. Absolutely, I really like this point that yeah, that's just that moment, you just try it once and you will be a convert for life. And very nicely, Sylvia has also offered to help out if anyone has any issues. You can reach out to platforms such as these who are, encouraging use of sustainable products. So, one more thing that I want to ask you is the age group that, who can use menstrual cups. What age can you start using, and till what age is there any limit to it?
In what age there is no limit. You can use it at till the end of your period, that is menopause. At what age you can begin is that, see, I know people who had started using it at the age of 15, 16 as well. It all depends upon the comfort of the girl and how well she understands and how well she's able to accept the product. So mostly I have not seen much resistance even in girls at the age of 18, 19. I think it's easier for them to accept because they're more open-minded than we would be, and that has been my experience. But yeah, we recommend only after the age of 18. But anyone who is willing to try it before that are free to speak to a few people in their age group who have already used it. We can connect you to them, and they can decide on their own.
Got it. So, I mean, yeah, you can talk to your doctors, you can talk to your peers, you can talk to, experienced people, and you can make the shift. But 18 plus, definitely you can use. There is no issues as such. What about women who have just delivered? So whether it is vaginal delivery or a C-section delivery, and obviously immediately after, so one is the bleeding after delivery that you go through, and the second is the periods. So periods usually will come a few months or a little later. But the if you have just delivered and there is a lot of bleeding postpartum, so can menstrual cups be used at that time? No.
No, no, you cannot use
Yeah.
menstrual cups at that point of time.
Okay.
You can only use it after delivery, only after the scars have healed, and you can speak to your doctor and take a go ahead. Usually, 3 to 4 months later is a good time to start. But
Got
no,
it.
postpartum, it's not recommended at all. You
Not
shouldn't be
recommended.
using it,
Yes.
actually.
Yes, very, very important because yeah, let's not, I mean, get into something that is already, it's gone through a lot and it's not, yeah,
A couple of things. One, you could not even take the sort of flow that is going in. The
yeah,
capacity of the menstrual cup is much smaller. Also, it's not safe. There could be stitches. There could be
yeah,
a lot of scarring. So it's not
yeah,
recommended.
yeah,
So we don't recommend.
absolutely. Got it, got it. Okay, but yeah, 3 to 4 months later, and you can obviously get an examination done from your gynecologist. You can take a go ahead when everything is healed and when you're feeling confident, you can again go for it. So yeah, that's a small, short time that you want to even consider. Okay, so what is it about, like a menstrual cup? There are different sizes, and like, it comes in different, uh, I would say, there are soft cups and there are medium, and so there are different categories. So, can you explain a little more about that?
So menstrual cups usually come in two materials. One is medical grade silicone and one is PPE. So we make the menstrual cups using medical grade silicone only. Secondly, our cups are colorless. So it is no dye, no color, nothing. It's transparent silicone as it is.
Okay,
And so that for us is an important thing because we don't want to introduce any external dyes or unnecessary colorant. It's not required for the
yeah,
aesthetics of it. Now going ahead with the size. The size is something that we have kept extremely simple. We have two sizes, small and large. Small is for women under the age of 30 and who have not had any children or deliveries. And above the age of 30 or people who have given birth, they can definitely use large. It's as
okay,
simple as that. In
okay,
most often cases, I think 99.9% cases, this has worked very well.
okay. So is there any need to measure cervix or, go with all those things?
Recommended.
Not required, not required.
You can simply go by
Okay.
the rule of thumb.
Simply, I mean, before 30, after 30, and obviously childbirth is another criteria.
That's all.
After delivery. Okay. And again, irrespective of the mode of delivery, like if you have given a C-section birth, also you can use large. And okay. We have a question here. Can we use it overnight?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, great.
Absolutely. There are people who have come back and told us this is like the best sleep I've had during my periods ever.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about, being in a position or changing and all that. Yes, and because honey, so we just said that it can be used comfortably for 8 to 10 hours depending on your flow, and at night anyway you're sleeping. So I think yeah, you can comfortably use it for that length of time. Okay.
Absolutely.
Any more questions, guys? We can please ask. There was, I think, something more that was asked initially. Let me just
Yeah.
check. Yeah. Yeah, I love Rustic Art products. There are some really good reviews. People have said good words, and it's always, I think, good to see your work getting appreciated. So, can you share about the menstrual cup and the benefits of using cups? I think we have gone over this, Girish, someone asked, but the
I will
benefits, yeah,
add to that. So, other than all of the medical benefits and all of this, okay, somebody has asked something.
yeah,
Does it have any adverse effect because the blood is inside for hours? Okay, so that's why we recommend using it only up to 8 to 12 hours, not longer than that. After that, you remove, rinse it with water, and you can reuse the menstrual cup. That span of time is absolutely fine, and there are no adverse effects for it.
yeah.
And
Also, Sonu, I think what Surbhi had mentioned before was that even though the blood is inside, it is not coming in contact with air. It is not getting oxygenated, which is also why it is very, very safe to use it. So, I hope that answers your question. Yeah, you were saying.
so I was saying the benefits. So I just want to point out few benefits. One is you can swim, you can go scuba diving, you can run, you can do yoga, you can do anything you want to do without fearing um,
Yeah,
anything with the menstrual cup. And I think especially with swimming and scuba diving, a lot of people were happy while they're planning the beach
yeah,
vacation and everything,
yeah,
and don't have to worry about the period.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's amazing. It's like it's a different kind of freedom that you will experience. So,
Every day. A lot of people forget. Like I even have to sometimes keep an alarm if I have like a busy day. I have to keep an alarm in the night that okay, I have to remove the menstrual cup tonight in the 8 hour.
nice. Yeah, it's that you actually forget that you're having your periods. Yeah, which can be extremely relaxing also, if you ask me. I mean, I think we've already covered most of the things, but generally, if you have um, some random questions that keep coming up, and because I've been part of these sustainable menstrual groups and all, so people have such questions also that, will it loosen up the vaginal wall, or will it, if I'm trying to conceive, will it, have any adverse effect on that?
No, absolutely not. Loosen up vagina one, no effect, no nothing whatsoever. People have been using tampons for years and years now, and it's just the same principle. It doesn't make a difference at all. Same goes for trying to conceive. It's the same thing, doesn't make a difference at all. Rather, I would say tampons, a lot of times tampons basically is absorbing all the fluids that are there in the vaginal canal, and it also absorbs, it basically dehydrates the vaginal walls.
Oh,
Because it will keep on absorbing until it is
yes,
full.
yes,
And that doesn't happen with menstrual cups. So you would feel, and then the entire process after using a tampon, then healing of the rash will take another 2 weeks. And by the
yeah,
time the next period is ready to appear,
yeah,
after that cycle just breaks. In first 2 to 3 months, if you're switching from a tampon to menstrual cup, there could be slight discomfort because of internal inflammation, if any, people might experience. Other than that, absolutely no. Only limitation with menstrual cup is one that it has a learning curve.
yeah,
Definitely, some people use it in one go, and I think those people are the luckiest.
yeah,
But people do have to struggle for a little bit. It might take 2, 3 tries. It might take 2, 3 months, maybe even
yeah,
longer. But definitely should not give up and continue trying until you get it right. Because once you get it right, then there's nothing like it.
yeah.
Then what else? What other concerns?
How do we store it is one question that has come up.
Comes with a cloth bag simply. So I'll talk about the entire cycle now. So
Yeah.
on day one, when you receive your menstrual cup, you have to sterilize it properly. So you boil it in water for 10-15 minutes and let it dry. So whenever you want to use it, you can either wash it in the menstrual cup wash powder and warm water, or you can keep a container aside, pour boiling hot water or hot water in that container, you can keep the cup in it to sterilize it. This is on day one. Then you can use it. So once you start using it, every day you don't have to sterilize it. You can simply wash it with tap water. You can use menstrual cup wash to wash it once a day during shower if that is also not required. Then at the end of the period, same thing, you can use the cup wash powder to wash the menstrual cup or simply put it in the boiling water and that is all. So once the period is over and you perform the sterilization process, you can dry the menstrual cup in either sunlight or air dry, store it in the cloth pouch that we have provided and keep it like in a regular drawer or something. That's all. Keep it in an airy place and that's it. It takes only this much space.
Yeah, it's very tiny. It's unbelievable, actually.
Yeah.
I wish I had mine to demonstrate, but yeah, I mean, anyone who has uh, any interest in using it, they can just look it up online, and it's very tiny. It's very comfortable, and the use is unbelievably easy. You just wash it with regular water. It's unbelievable. Like,
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
you sterilize
very
it before you start, like at the start of your periods and at the end in hot water, and that's it. That's all.
Uh, Somebody has asked a couple of questions. Should we clean the
What?
menstrual cup? No,
Boiling
one cup
water?
is don't need two cups as such. Most people like to keep a backup, but it's personal choice and lifestyle choice. In boiling water, it is only on day one and day four. You just have to keep the cup in boiling hot water and do not have to use boiling water every day of the period.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, only at the beginning of the periods and only when you are done. Before
Yeah.
storing it, you can clean it with boiling water 10-15 minutes, air dry, and store it. And again, yes, 1 cup is enough, but up to you. Yeah, I think this is the most eco-friendly. So we also, Surbhi spoke about sustainable diapering some time back, and we spoke about cloth diapering and the comfort and the ease that it provides to new mothers. And I think Rustic Art can also now think of that line of products if you're not already in that.
Powder that can be used to clean the cloth diapers.
Oh, excellent.
So many people doing wonderful job. I think Bumper
Yeah,
Dump
yeah, oh yes.
doing great job already.
Yes,
So
yes, 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 yes. Yeah, so and now we're talking about sustainable menstruation, and I really hope that some of the people who have joined us today are, we have motivated them enough to make the switch. And even if after this, if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, if you need more reassurance or just more talking into it, feel free to contact anyone. You can contact Surbhi at Rustic Art. You can contact us at the Mom Experts, and we'll definitely be more than happy to help you to make the switch. And
I'll also share a link with you. It's a YouTube video which showcases
yes,
how to use and
yes.
care
Oh, yes.
the entire cycle of the menstrual cup. I think that will be very helpful for
That would
everyone.
be amazing, amazing. I think once we have this IGTV video stored, we can also share the link in the comments. And generally, you can also share it. We can have a post around it and we can circulate it in our groups. So, yeah, I think that was, I mean, it's a very enlightening talk about a zero waste lifestyle and menstruation, green menstruation in particular. And thank you so much, Surbhi, for taking out time to do this and sharing your insight with us. I really like Rustic Art hand wash. I need to try. I have a whole list of things that I want to order. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, really thank you so much for the amazing work that you guys are doing. And hope to stay in touch and have more such sessions, on different platforms and for different people. So,
Definitely. Look
yeah,
forward.
yeah, thank you so much once again, Surbhi, and thank you, Rustic Art, for the session. Thanks a
Thank you.
lot.
Thank you all for
Yeah.
joining. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thanks, everyone. Do keep sharing your questions.